up, everyone? How you guys and gals doing? I wanted to give my thoughts on something that's been all over the internet. God forbid you do anything without it being hit on the internet. And that is the video going around about the Hells Angels beating a Dirty One member or something like that at Indian Larry's block party. Now, I know other creators have put it up, but I am not going to put it up. And a lot of you have bitched about why I'm not putting it up. It's not in the news, meaning I'm not going to put it up to get somebody implicated in whatever the cops want to call that. Now, nobody knows what led to that happening in that video. But if it's not already in the news, I don't want to cover it. What I do here is basically I look at all the news articles, see what's going on, and there's usually been charges and all that kind of stuff. I haven't seen any of that stuff happen in regards to this video. And by putting out that video, it's just going to help the cops open up a case where otherwise it might not be opened up. And let's just face it, those that are in that video, you're opening them up to all kinds of law enforcement type of scrutinization. And that is not what I am here for. Not going to do that. I'm not going to do it for views. I'm not going to do it for clicks. That's never what I intend to do. I only like covering what was already on the news wire. And it wouldn't surprise me now that that video is going all over the damn place and the cops start looking into it. One of the things about cops is they are ruthless in trying to make a case up against somebody, trying to bust somebody. They're ruthless, man. It's like they never sleep. That's all they dream about. They get hard-ons for MCs, and they'll find anything and everything they can do in order to hem them up. A lot of people don't understand RICO predicates. RICO predicates is these small little crimes that the cops put together that lead to one big extreme bust, meaning RICO. And those RICO cases are expensive for defendants to fight against. Most of the time, the cops have a 98% conviction rate because people just don't have the money to fight it. You got to be very careful with what you do in public now because everything is videoed. And I bet a lot of people that were involved in this thing didn't know it was being videoed. I did hear at the end of it, hey, put that camera down. But by then, it's already videoed. It might have been live by somebody. It's now being shared everywhere. Everywhere. And what's more concerning is a lot of the faces are being shown in that video. So let's be honest, anything on social media, the cops already know about. We kind of do their job for them. Yes, being proud of showing everybody who you are, your colors, all that kind of stuff. But on the back end, it's also detrimental, if you will, to you because the cops know who the hell you are. You're tagged at that point. Why did it happen? I have no idea. I wasn't there. There's no news story on it. There's no articles written on it. So I don't know. One thing I can tell you, because I was asked about this, and I said, quite frankly, the reason a lot of this stuff happens is because MCs go to another MC's event, which is totally disrespectful. Why would an MC, if you're in one, go to another's event that they've been to, say, 30 years? You know that they've always gone there. So why would you want to show up? And that's basically a kick in the nuts, if you ask me. If you're showing up at somebody else's event, you're actually the one that's instigating everything. Sure, it goes down in the news. Well, there was this big fight, blah, blah, blah. The news ain't going to cover, hey, it was this club's event that they've been attending forever. And these guys decided to show up. And next thing you know, things pop off. That's one of the biggest things that a lot of newer clubs don't understand. You had that crap that went down in New Mexico. Why were they even there? That was a bandito's run. Why even show up, especially if you knew that you were playing both sides of the fence and that there'd be trouble? Why show up? Same thing that happened in Waco. Why show up? There is a time and place for that kind of stuff. And now it is so bad with technology, there has to be somebody that smartens up. So something like this, if that was the case where this dude showed up to an event that's known to be a Hell's Angel event, he's the one in the wrong. And I'm just saying, this is an example. I'm not saying any of this because I don't know. I'm just saying he's in the wrong if that was their event and they weren't supposed to be there. Now, I know a lot of you people are going to go, well, they're acting like gangs. Shut up, stupid. That's all I have to say to that type of stuff. I can give examples upon examples how you wouldn't like something like that to happen, but the naysayers are going to keep on being the naysayers. They're never going to understand what it's all about. And a lot of people don't. You got a lot of people that say, get along, get along, get along. It's just not feasible. I'm sorry, to be honest, it's not feasible. There's such a tradition and such, how can I say it, a cultural impact on the areas that these clubs are in that you can't threaten that type of stuff. And I'm not talking in a violent way. I'm talking about changing things. When you get into this type of stuff, this is not all cookies and ice cream, man. This ain't a let's kumbaya type of stuff. That's never been this stuff. And the ones that are arguing that say, well, this is what traditional MCs were all about. They weren't about all this type of fighting. You know what? You're blowhards. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you don't know your damn history. That's all false. Why are you pushing that crap? It's always been this way. Stuff like this goes all the way back to the 50s, man. It's been going on that long. So for you to try to redefine what a traditional club is, you're a blowhard. Everybody that talks that way is a blowhard. It's always been specific clubs in specific areas, and they were the dominants of those areas. This kumbaya, this United States Constitution, whatever you're going to call it, they have a right to do what they want. Okay, well, then you got to back your patch. That's what you got to do. If you want to wear it, back it. It's that simple. And if you don't understand that, you're not in the MC scene. All you're doing is listen to a bunch of creators pushing this crap that ain't feasible. It's not logical in my eyes, because how are you going to change something that's like 70 freaking years old? Why? Because the internet's out there now, and then people can talk about their feelings. What is this, a counseling session or something like that? This is the real deal. This is real life. You can't push your viewpoints on something that's so damn old. Like I said, I don't know if he wasn't supposed to be there, but if he was disrespectful, and the Angels had every right to do what the hell they had to do. Just like I truly believe in New Mexico, when that stuff went down, the Banditos had every right to confront them because that was their event. It's just the way it is. And that's the way it's always going to be. So the video is out there. I'm not going to tell you where it is. You probably have already seen it. But again, I'm not putting it out because I don't feel like giving the cops the information to go ahead and go after these guys and bust them. And hopefully if that does go down, the guy that was getting beat shuts up and doesn't say anything, because this kind of stuff is supposed to be handled in the streets and not by the cops. It's the way it used to be anyway. Anyway, we're going to go to the second part of the show. We're going to be talking about, has religion actually helped or hurt the people of this world? We'll be right back. Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show going strong.
Is an in-depth look at the trials and tribulations of street gang and motorcycle club life. This isn't the run-of-the-mill book that doesn't give the goods. This book will go into detail of events that actually happened. All materials in this book have been approved by those involved. There is nothing poetic, nor is there any price worth paying for the life we choose to live on the streets. James Hollywood Machikari, Brotherhood and Betrayal.